Hello there, welcome back to Midnight Witch, where we're still trying to figure out how to survive in this classroom we have not left. We started this entire fucking whole novel. As the how, I'm sorry, but eating is not allowed in class. That's how you make the room dirty. The rule is to behave in class. Remember, she's someone with anemia. Couldn't pose. She spared someone who has anemia, but she punished someone who can't control their gut when facing dead corpses. Yep, that's complete bullshit. He made it clear that no eating was allowed in class, even though she knew full well that Elika was throwing up because of the situation, and not because of her breakfast. Oh, if I know. Her reasoning is practically, particularly sick for sure. And then we have been plenty, plenty of other students who threw up and are still alive. Look, there's Emma with an icy stare. And those two are about to kill each other. They were in Steve, which was the main rule. Go back to your. And that's completely twisted. If she was thrown up, she couldn't go back to her seat. Yeah. So it's how sadistic. If you knew you can't hold your gut in, then you have headed for the. But Rose fainted. Trying to your twisted reasoning. Two should have stayed in her place. If she knew she couldn't stand. Message temple. Massage my aching temple. Yeah, there's most likely a few rules in between. Oh no. She. Yeah, see, Asia is potentially related to poor health. Didn't choose. You didn't choose it. You can't just tell. Maybe it's not so much the matter. Affection. Affliction has a consequence. When you vomit, you're still conscious. If you're moving, it's very delicate. He, he doesn't want to kill people who won't see death coming to them. Oh, I fucking. He is the worst kind of. This is following the rules normally. Applied teacher. And we just need to break the rules by following the rules. Scratch that. There's a good chance this crew might be. There's a good chance. There's actually a good chance. She was not even into teach us. It's We know that. Nub's theory is that she's playing teacher to catch us off guard on very simple rules of behavior that everyone knows, but applied to a morbid, supernatural situation. Yeah. In other words, don't get caught. That way. Be sure everyone will make mistakes. That's disgusting, sadistic. Disgustingly sadistic. But it seems to fit her personality well. Exactly. Look, I don't know where her supernatural powers come from. Why we're stuck in such a nightmare. Survive, that's why we're here. We will survive out of sheer spite. Or at least a few of us will. At least the end goal, maybe. However, I got the impression that he's trying to push certain students guilty of behavior harmful. Or slightly fight the risks. What do you mean? Exactly. Playing the vigilant. That's your theory. So you're all the guys who, not perfect, have to die. Guys or guys or girls? I don't care. You're saying I deserve to. You're saying I deserve to die. Eh. I rolled a physics, and that goes for everyone. Emma turns to Villian, looking concerned. And and begging you to keep your voice down. Don't need to make we don't need to make the rules. Just follow like I have to bet my life on bullshit theories. That's what you're saying. And you're safe because you're the nicest little boyfriend of a nice little girl. Old survival. The smart one lived the longest. Just slaps the back of his head. Told you to shut up. So fucking bad. And she's freaking out. We're all in this together. You can tell. There's murderously at Jessica. But eventually gains his composure. We're just trying to figure out movement, motives to move. Maybe think some of nothing more. And looks unconvinced. Yeah, save your lives. Rival Elfidist. Everyone has to kind of make their own way to live. Wait, aren't you convinced that Villian is going to after you? Don't tell me you did terrible things, Earl. Of course not. Not freak. Their eyebrows. I don't want to know. I will stick to my little corner, do nothing. Of course not. Have principles. That'd be good for you. Then you feel that she is indeed seeking revenge on anyone who has hurt a girl in the past, then. And pauses. There's pauses, staring straight into space. Hasn't done anything or ridiculous like Lucas, atrocious like Lucas. Not exactly the monogamous type. Well, you know me. So, done. I've been with a lot of girls in a relationship, single. It didn't matter. Me probably caused a lot of break. Something in for a couple who were pretty serious. Eh, not that serious considering those girls were still willing to sleep with a guy like you. Eh, happens. Not saying I'm super proud of it, but it's not like it's against the law, and I may not be the only one at fault. It takes two to cheat, right? And I'm surprised you knew that. Eh, I'm not that surprised. It still makes me a guy with a reprehensible behavior. Hey, you can always change, man. Call it morals, values, or anything. If it's her rules, I'm doomed. He's going to bleed me dry for acting like. On the other hand, if you really did act like trash, I'll just let him burn. I'll just let him crash and burn. And I'll point and laugh. Oh, Claire, Charlie. Fuck it. Don't say such things like that. No one deserves to die for that. That gives Charlie oldest look I've ever seen. You're pro death penalty, right? Eh. Bible. Which bad guys die in front of the who makes you happy? Does it make you feel better about your own little life? Charlie looks down at the floor, so he immediately goes flees to her rescue. Twins have always been extremely close and supportive of each other. That's what she meant. No one wants Dan to die. But if Nub's theory is right, it's pretty reassuring, right? Yeah, don't be wrong. It meant the real hope for some students. The good students, right? Trash like me can't. Not wrong with trash like me can't crouch quickly and croak as quickly as possible. Help you get out. No, not that's not. That's not what you meant, right? How about you shut up instead? What do you think? Dan, calm down. Right now. The witch is targeting people who have actually done horrible things. We'll see who lives or dies. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to save as many as possible. Most will die. There's no telling whether she actually targeting mere minor skin and cheating on someone. If so, pretty much everyone will be able to be on death row, not just you. begins to cry, and I begin to detect signs of fear on his face. That is fear of next in line. Well, placed my hand on his I placed my hand on his arm. I have nothing to offer. Empathy. Oh no, Dan got freaking. It's the sense of the target on his back. And my. But then, I hope you guys have a great, wonderful time. Day 2, and you know, there's a chance. Target on everyone's back. Oh, hopefully, all the main cast makes it all alive. I hope. I'll see you guys next time. If we make it out alive.